Hello.
Hi.
You look so pretty today. I freaking love that color on you.
Thank you. It's my favorite designer, Natalie Martin. She makes like beautiful silks.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love a beautiful silk. Yeah, you
Yeah.
look so fresh and summery, but like
Thank
elevated.
you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, queen. Yes. What's going on?
Well, I know we're going to get into OC today. We're going to recap that episode. I can't remember what number it is. It was 5 or 6. And our last...
It's pretty forgettable.
I know. Exactly. Our last episode, we talked about people's support of Vicky. And I said, it's weird. I have been seeing a little bit of support for her. And you were like, where? And I was like, well, some random TikToks I've seen. And also on her own social media, I've seen, people post screenshots. Well, this girl just messaged me and she said, first off, I want to say absolutely love you. Best housewife ever. Listening to you and Jami recap Girls Trip and how you said there's support on Vicky's socials. Well, she or someone is deleting all the negative comments. So she sent me screenshots and she is sending Vicky, lives in Mexico, votes against Mexicans. Another comment is the MAGA queen of OC. Another one is... let me guess, MAGA red. Like she's commenting on all these different posts. She goes back and screenshots, sends it to me. They're missing. They're gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that tracks actually because, and those are really good receipts. That tracks. The other day, maybe it was yesterday, you said something like, well, oh yeah, we were talking about how you said like, oh, there is support for Vicky. I've seen it. And of course, when Vicky posts, you see all the positive comments. My first thought was, of course you do. There are so many celebrities that that they're getting a lot of hate, but you don't see it when they post because they have control over those comments. Of course. There are certain celebrities who absolutely cannot stand to be criticized. They think they're above it. Yeah. And so they will go and delete. Vicky, I believe, is one of those housewives. Yeah. And so that makes perfect sense. Or Vicky and her team. Whoever it is, her team has been instructed, in my very strong opinion, to delete messages and keep it all positive. There's no way that everywhere else that we see people posting about Vicky, myself included, I've done a slew of videos about Vicky lately. Not a single comment is good. I am telling you, I'm not being dramatic. It is maybe 0.001% of people will be like, well, I don't mind Vicky, but there's nobody that's like, I love Vicky, I love Vicky. And so there's no way that when she comments though, that everybody just all of a sudden loves her. And I understand algorithms are different, but I would say it tracks that she's deleting comments. I think because of course.
Well, Christian, I'm pretty sure, as of the last time I spoke to him, ran her account. So maybe it's him deleting them. Also, I don't know if you've noticed Gina. I told you Gina's stuff comes up on my For You page on my TikTok. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't follow her. And so I look at the comments sometimes because I want to know what people are responding to her stuff. And it's all positive. I'm like, wow. And then I remember that her dad runs her account. And she told me, and I've explained this to you before, she told me that her dad runs it and he deletes bad comments because he doesn't want her seeing them. So that's another one.
And that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes complete sense.
Listen, I'm not even judging that. I'm just like stating what I believe is a very strong fact. And I think you would agree. We all have control over our comments. So, I could post a video and it could go sideways for me. And I have the ability to go and delete a bunch of comments. I don't make a practice of that. I have deleted a couple comments here and there when I thought they were too vile. Whether it's against me or somebody else, usually it's against somebody else. I don't really like to have that all in my comments. I actually sometimes have thought about hiring like a moderator just to delete comments because when I'm very spicy, obviously, in my opinions, and I say it like it is, and I mean what I say, and I can be very spicy and harsh about it. At the same time, then people take it a step further and think that I'm okay with them going, yeah, well, Vicky is a pig. She looks like a piggy. That's not what I'm trying to do with Vicky. I don't like Vicky. I don't support what Slade said to her. I don't think any woman should be called Miss Piggy. I don't think it's right. Or Snuffleupagus, for that matter, Heather Dubrow. I think it's rude. I think it's gross. I don't think we need to go there. It's low-hanging fruit that just doesn't need to be said, nor do I think it's true. But I think that a lot of celebrities have very fragile egos and they want to paint a picture that everything is, shits and gigs, puppies and rainbows in their comments. And it's just not. It's simply not. So, but you're saying you have receipts. It's not even us theorizing. This woman who DM'd you is saying like, well, I posted negative comments and they're gone now. I have screenshots.
Well, I just think that maybe if you don't do shitty shit, you won't have a ton of people commenting negative things.
That part.
So maybe, I mean, we all get them, but I don't get that many. The only ones I delete are the racist ones. That's it.
Sure.
And I don't even get that many of those. But I don't do shitty shit to where I get thousands of comments that are attacking my character. So that as a baseline, maybe you're just not a shitty person, and then people won't be commenting at you, and you don't have to hire your dad to delete them.
Yeah, this is true.
Right?
I mean, exactly. And, you know, my social media is built on very spicy opinions. I didn't do that by design. That's just who I am. So that's kind of like, if my followers were to say, oh, well, what are her videos? What's she known for? It's spicy opinions.
Yeah.
That being said, I know that I open myself up for criticism or people saying, oh, you're a mean girl because you said that Vicky's trash. No, I do think Vicky's trash, and I'll tell you why. Right. And I don't think I'm being a mean girl. And sometimes I do mean girl the mean girl. That's just my policy, whether you like it or not, right? But I guess what I'm saying is that I let those comments stand because I'm a public figure-ish at this point. If I'm going to put my account out there and set it to public and make these have these spicy takes, I'm not above criticism. Nobody is above criticism. And so let the comments stand. And also I like the engagement.
And they're just helping.
It's just helping me. Thank you very much for calling me a hater.
Yes.
And you know, sometimes I own it. I am a hater. I do hate some of these housewives. I mean, this is true. So what do you want from me?
Seriously.
There's a lot to hate when it comes to some of these housewives. And on that note, shall we get into OC?
Yes. The first thing I want to point out, because it aired last night, but I've been looking through social media things today to see what people are saying. Do you think it's funny that production had Jen announce that it's her trip to Vegas?
Well, I'm so glad you brought that up, my dear friend Katie Ginella, because my first thought when she's like, and we have so many contacts in Vegas.
We know.
Of course you do. We know Ryan is very connected to Vegas in so much so that you probably get fabulous rooms for freezies. Like you definitely have connections, and we think we know why.
Well, in Matt Boyer's book that was published, I think last year, right? He talks about Ryan in his book, and if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly, that's why Ryan and Matt Boyer had a falling out, because he mentions Housewives in his book. He mentions Jen and Ryan by name. And he said in his book that he would take Ryan to the casino, allegedly, these are his words. He would take Ryan to the casino. He'd open up a line of credit for Ryan. Ryan would gamble the money. At one point, it was over, I think it was like over $200,000. Ryan obviously can't afford to pay that credit off, so Matt Boyer would go pay,
allegedly.
Right, these are his words. Matt Boyer would go pay that credit off for the night, and that's how they would keep doing this. As him and Ryan would go gamble thousands and thousands and thousands, sometimes $1 million, and Matt Boyer would pay it off. And so I was thinking when she said, "Oh, I know some great things, and I have a lot of connections," I was like,
we know.
You accepted this? Like production was like, you need to say that it's your trip, and you said yes?
Girl, you got set up, Jen Pedranti.
You did.
You got set up. You fell for the bait. It's not a flex to be showing these women around Vegas and flexing your muscles around Vegas and showing all the connections, because all I can remember is the FBI hat that Tamara wore, so shadily wore. And also, here's what I will say. I had a really good friend growing up, and her parents were big gamblers in Vegas. Like they were, I'll just say it, addicted.
Oh.
That's in my opinion, just addicted.
Yeah.
That's my opinion based on what I know. And their parents won big amounts of money numerous times, not just once, but numerous times. Do you know what I always think when people win that much money?
What?
How much did you spend?
True.
You're never going to be up on the house in Vegas.
No.
Maybe one person in $1 billion, but you're just really not. If you won $62,000 here, 5 years later you won $12,000, then you won $80,000. How often are you going in order to win those 4 or 5 times that you won?
What did you spend to win, quote unquote, that?
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And I just would, Ryan spends a lot of time in Vegas, and then there's that FBI hat, and I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know.
I'm trying to search back in me and Tamara's photos because I have screenshot of the book, of the actual excerpt, because it's kind of fascinating, to be honest with you, what Matt Boyer was saying. And I believe him. What's he got to lose or gain from saying this?
That's what I always think is like, what does he have to gain?
Yeah.
From lying about the things that he puts in his book. And maybe there is something that I'm not aware of. I haven't read the book, but to be honest with you, it sounds pretty juicy.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Maybe it's something I got to get the audiobook or whatever.
Yes.
I just got to know who the narrator is because I'm picky about narrators when it comes to audio.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wonder if he reads his own book. He got out, though. He's out of jail.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, he's out.
Okay, so obviously the ladies, before they go to Vegas, there are a couple lunches that happen. Oh my God, Vicky got her Mexican citizenship.
No one's excited in Mexico about that.
I don't think the Mexican locals are excited for her, that.
I mean, and then we got to see Emily remodeling her house. Like, this is riveting.
Was that after the remodel or before? Please tell me it was the before.
You know, her decorator looks adorable. I hope she does a good job for her. But I don't know.
I saw shiplap. I'm just saying.
I did too.
All I know is
and the boys' rooms looked exactly the same. I was like, oh man, not putting them in their separate rooms and then making them the same person.
Yes, no, agree. But, and also this is no knock to Emily's kids. I don't talk about the kids. Her kids are adorable, period. It's decor. It's something that people can change. And I just go, God, it's so uninspiring. And I have been such a brat when it comes to Emily's clothing choices, her glam. I've been a real brat. That drab brown house. That drab brown house gives me the ick. And here's the thing. It is a certain level of privilege for me to say that brown house gives me the ick, because I understand that like a lot of people would die to have that brown house.
I wouldn't.
But I'm just going to say it with my full chest. That is the exact type of house I don't want to live in. A big brown box that when you walk inside, it's the white cabinets, the white countertops, the shiplap, no.
Well, it's very much, she's changed the kitchen recently, but like when you walk in the living room, the formal living room with the piano, and then another living room. It's all like...
Who's playing that piano?
It's all like very Tuscan. It's like California Tuscan.
Yes,
do you know what I mean?
Yes.
With like the mirrored tables and the fleur de lis. And I'm like, I walked in and I was like, where am I? It was weird.
No. You said, well, you're in enemy territory. That's where you are, bitch.
Yeah, that's why I started
Don't
barfing.
go in Emily's house, girl. Yeah, exactly. That's why you started barfing. Exactly. You knew how that was going to go.
Yes.
As soon as you said Tuscan and fleur de lis, I'm out. I'm out.
Ooh,
all the way
girl.
out. But listen, everybody do you. Decorate your house however you want. You can come to my house anytime and make fun of any fucking thing you want. And it's okay.
I actually want that because my house is mostly empty right now because I'm just putting off doing anything. So I'm like, just come in and tell me what you hate. Just do it.
Oh my God. Wow. I love, not that I'm any kind of expert, but I would love to come to your blank canvas.
Yes.
And help you like, ooh, this there. I love that kind of stuff. It's so fun. And like to solve a problem.
Yeah, I need this room in particular.
Like, oh, what goes here?
Yes.
Yeah, some rooms are like awkward and you're like, ooh, and it just takes one person to like fit that piece into the puzzle.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, yes, that works.
For sure.
Okay, so they go to lunch. She's got her Mexican citizenship. I will also say, and I know where do I want to start? Okay, first of all, obviously the apple does not fall far from the tree when it comes to Heather and her mom. You can see that Heather is truly annoyed with her mom, but guess what? How does it feel, girl? Because we're truly annoyed with you half the time.
Well, and if she really didn't care for her mom that much, why is she filming with her?
Yeah.
Why, if she's...
I wonder that.
Right? Like, why are you bringing her on, giving her this platform of a moment? If you're so annoyed, she says the most off-color things. Like, why would you even film with her then?
Well, maybe it all goes back to Heather is wanting to be more relatable. Maybe she's heard the criticism that like, we don't know. We want Heather to open up and be vulnerable. Maybe she kind of thinks that this is along those lines, because I'm truly convinced everything with Heather Dubrow is calculated. She is a very, very meticulously calculated person when it comes to her image and how people view her. And I think that if she had a choice to add her mom into filming or not, she chose it, and there's a reason. Not because it was just casual, oh, I love my mom. Yeah, no, it was thought about. It was talked about. It was discussed. Yeah. It was dissected, and then they came to that conclusion. So I think she's trying to like let the audience it's like a last ditch effort to like get the audience to get to know her better and be like, oh, we really like to see Heather's scenes with her mom, and oh, how lovely. We get to know Heather more. Everything with Heather is just so calculated. But do you know what was not calculated?
Oh, Lord.
That drab black outfit that she wore to one of those lunches.
I would love to have a peek inside her closet, because I can guarantee you 99% of the things are black.
It's so much. And I have to admit that black is my favorite color. I've had to get out of my comfort zone for sure. But my issue is I love all black head to toe. I think it can be super chic if done right. Yeah. But I'm going to be so nitpicky right now. It was the t-shirt, the V-neck that bothered me. It was the wrong top. The V-neck wasn't deep enough, number one. It was very prude, very buttoned up. And I would have loved to see, it was the wrong top. That's all I'm going to say. It was the wrong t-shirt. And I am a t-shirt snob. Like I wear t-shirts on everyday basis. So I've like found my favorites. And even on myself, sometimes I've ended up with the wrong V-neck and I'm like, oh my God, I keep trying to pull it down. When the V-neck is not deep enough, it feels dated and Old
Sears
Navy.
catalog.
It's Sears catalog. Yes. And like just prude, like, girl, show off that décolleté, whatever it's called.
Yes.
I don't know. I couldn't deal with it. I didn't like it.
The one compliment I'll give Heather is every time I see her in person, she has not a spot on her skin. Her chest, everything. Like she takes such good care of her skin.
Yes.
And it's not the champagne beauty cream. It's got to be something else. It is.
That's retinol and peptides, bitch, and vitamin C during the day, and sunscreen.
And lasers.
Lots of lasers,
but
which
her
we love.
skin is flawless. Like,
yes.
It really, really is.
A gorgeous woman. I've seen her in person as well, and her skin is absolutely flawless, and I strive to have beautiful skin like that, especially like at that age. I definitely would want to know her skincare routine. And I know, like you said, it's not that whatever she's hawking on TikTok.
Champagne beauty cream.
It ain't that, you guys. Okay, so what else did you think about? What they went to and then they're talking about the stupid Gina and Emily of it all. Like, oh my God, you guys really seem to be mad at each other. And Emily's like, well, I am really mad. I am really pissed off. She was really mad. Talk to me.
Every season, at least the ones that I have watched, Emily and Gina have one argument. And the argument is very fake. It's very self-produced. You can tell how it's going to end. Gina does you hurt my feelings. It's and we're getting that now. We're getting this fake, contrived argument. Don't say that. That's mean. What? Oh my God.
And then they get over it so quickly. They get over it so quickly. I felt like you were going to say that, and I got the same energy from that. That it felt produced. It felt like they needed to do it so they don't just always get along. They needed a moment. And again, let's face it, this is probably one of the worst, if not the worst, seasons of OC Housewives, and maybe Housewives in general. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm not giving it enough time, but we're quite a few episodes in, and the storylines are still that they're very, very one-dimensional, basic vanilla shit. Like, I don't want you guys to share a room. It triggers me. You don't let me talk. Here's the Dior bag.
I will just say every episode is the same. It's the same shit recycled every single episode.
Yes.
And it's so boring. I'm not just saying that because I'm bitter or I'm jealous or FOMO. Like, it's just boring. You know, I can't get through it. I like we have Emily walking around the house in black yoga pants and upset with her husband. New. Insane.
Shocker.
Oh my God. We have we have Gina complaining that Emily hurt her feelings and going against Heather and going against the new girl. Oh my God. Brand new and riveting. It's like, what did they think was going to happen? I think I texted you this yesterday. I feel like Orange County had two ways of going. It was either brand new, taking a new cast, taking maybe Gina and Jen from the current season and having new cast members have a new dynamic, or go to what they consider the original for the 20th season. They thought, to do something monumental, let's bring Vicky back. It's celebrating 20 years. They knew what would happen, right? That it would be the same stuff recycled. That's not, so they're literally trying to make all of us regret watching it. I don't know.
No, I hear you on that. And I think that I've shared with you my theory this is still my theory. This is by design. They wanted a somewhat subdued, maybe not boring, but boring season because so many fireworks happened in the last couple of seasons, all basically surrounding you. And the audience had a gigantic reaction to it. And it mostly wasn't a good reaction toward Bravo and the current cast. And so they decided to keep mostly the same cast, which I think is odd, but they did it. But I think everybody's been instructed in some way or another that we are not going to have a repeat of last season's. We're going to do the opposite. I want this, they want it to be tame. Don't talk about Katie. Don't get into any kind of racism or bullying or we're going to keep it light and fluffy. And light and fluffy means boring when it comes to reality TV. And I think that was by design because just like Heather Dubrow, everything is calculated when it comes to a big network like Bravo. And so I think it's by design that this is purposefully a boring season. And we're talking about the stupidest shit. Speaking of stupid shit, what are your thoughts on Heather being triggered and the girls, Gina and Emily, Dink and Doink, always wanting to share the same room? What are your thoughts on that? And also relate it to your real life. Have you come across this on girls trips?
So, I wouldn't want to share a room with somebody on a trip, even if it was my best friend. I want my space. I want to shower. I want to get ready. I don't want anyone touching me, right? If I'm alone, I want to be alone. And this brought me back to when we took our first cast trip last season, season 19. I'm going to share a story with you of something that allegedly happened to me, on our first cast trip last year, March of 2025, when our cast took a trip to New Orleans. So this story is alleged. This entire story is alleged.
So you're going to tell me a story that, in your very strong opinion, did happen.
Correct. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So we landed in New Orleans and they made us fly in two separate flights because Bravo doesn't pay for flights. They trade them out with an airlines so that we get our flights for free. So they only had 4 first-class flights Friday and 4 first-class flights Saturday. So they split us up. So I went to New Orleans with Gretchen, Gina, and Emily.
Wow.
It's just a dream cast right there.
Wait, hold on.
Right,
Say that again? No.
And I only was speaking to Jen and Shannon at the time. So I was like, oh my God, I have to go with these women. Anyways.
Torture.
And not really even Shannon. So we landed, we're in our car that is rigged with cameras. We have mics on. There's a producer driving us and a producer in the front passenger seat at all times. So in the van, it was Gina, Emily, and then in the back of the van, the very back, behind Gina was Gretchen and behind Emily was me. Okay. So we're rigged up. We're talking about, oh, it's so great to be in New Orleans, whatever. We're just making small talk. Well, the producer sitting in the passenger seat is the biggest Beyoncé fan known to man. This producer goes to every concert. He spends his whole paycheck going to a Beyoncé concert, all of them. So we're talking, because don't forget, this is March of 2025. And so we're talking about how Beyoncé just won, or recently won, Country Music Artist of the Year. And I say, don't forget, we have mics on and there are cameras on, rolling at all times. And I say, that's incredible. She is so talented, because that is incredible for her to cross a genre and be in the country music space and freaking crush it.
Yes.
So Gretchen nods and she's like, yeah. And I don't remember what Gina said. Emily goes, that kind, she doesn't belong in that category. And I go, what? What do you mean? And quickly the producer in the front seat knew exactly what she had said was so fucking problematic. He goes, anyways, we're almost there, ladies. Are we excited to be in New Orleans? Or he said something to that effect to make us change the subject. Because she literally said, that kind, she doesn't belong in that category. Just like that. And I will tell you, I've only told a handful of people this story, you included.
Right.
I recently shared this story with Ayan when we were together.
Chanel Ayan.
Correct, of Dubai. And Ayan was like, I knew it. I knew it. She was like, I always got a weird feeling from her. And that is the story that I have been sitting on, because I cannot actually believe that somebody would say those words out loud, right? Then she claimed, oh, I didn't vote for Trump. I don't support Trump. You know, am I MAGA? No, but it's very MAGA of you to call me that, or however she phrased it. So you're telling me you didn't vote for the guy that pushes us to racially profile other people, to hate marginalized communities, but you say something like that? Mm-hmm. You know, and of course that's not edited in, because they know how problematic that is. So people telling me, oh, what happened to you? You always use the race card. What happened to you was not race. Are you joking? That's the kind of thing these women feel comfortable saying with a mic on and cameras all around.
But this is what pisses me off, is that, people don't understand that there's always context missing. They don't know what your full experience on this show was. What we saw on camera was bad enough. It was enough for me to go, that is racist. That is bullying. That is unacceptable. And I always suspected there was more that you had endured by these women, but it's not all caught on camera. But so what you're saying, so what I'm saying is, like, people are like, oh, don't use that. It's always like a bunch of white people in the comments, like, oh, don't pull the race card. Don't pull the race card. Okay, cool. Sorry, it makes you uncomfy, but we can't help that this is how we view it. You know, and also I also hate when a white person wants to tell a person of color that it's not racism. Cool. What do you know about racism and her experience as a Korean woman? You don't fucking know. But I will say that you have told me this before.
Yeah.
My jaw was on the floor. I should not be shocked, because just like you said, Chanel Ayan shared with you that she had a feeling. I also had a feeling that where there's smoke, there's fire, and not set by Jen's son, a different kind of fire. Oh. Sorry. I'll gather myself. Jami, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
It's funny as fuck, though.
So sorry. Where there's smoke, there's fire with a lot of times with somebody like Emily. And so it shouldn't surprise me in the slightest that she said that, but it fucking does. It is because it is so overtly racist. It is so vile. It's disgusting. It's damaging. It's dangerous. It's unacceptable. And I'm glad that you're sharing this story, because this was your experience. Why are you not going to share your experience? And this needs to be spoken about, because it's not okay. Tell me one person in the comments that's going to say that that's okay. Please, I dare you to come into our comments and defend Emily. Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly because I wasn't there, but I absolutely hands down believe everything you're saying. And there were, according to you, there were many witnesses. I absolutely believe what you're saying is true.
She doesn't belong in that category. Just like that.
Wow.
Just like, and she kind of said it under her breath. And I remember, like, I was behind her in the van, so I could see her reflection on her, like, sliding door window. And she said it, like, under her breath, like, looking out the window like this. And I remember being like, what do you mean by that?
Because anybody who says that knows it's absolutely disgusting and wrong. Well, they might not know it's disgusting, but she knew it was wrong. She knew it was controversial. But according to you, and I absolutely believe you, she said it. And I would just like to know, is anybody shocked? What do people think about this? I'd love to hear from Emily herself, what she has to say for herself. Is she going to stay silent on this, or is she going to, she's never going to own it, I'll tell you that.
No, she's never going to own it.
And you are no longer speaking with the other people who were in that car at the time, according to you, right? It was, you said Gretchen,
Gina, me, Emily, and then there were two producers, one driving, one sitting in the passenger seat. I know who was in the passenger seat because I know who brought up the conversation, but I don't remember who was driving. Because they're, location producers, executive producers, daily producers. So I honest to God don't remember who was driving, but I do remember who brought it up.
Yeah.
The producer that brought it up.
Wow. That is, it makes me, not to be dramatic, it makes me sad. It makes me angry. It disappoints me. It also shocks me, but it shouldn't.
Well, but here's the thing. Whenever something happens with my ex-husband, Matt will say to me, but are you really surprised? And I will say, no, but it is still angering. It's still frustrating. And that's kind of the same sentiment. You're not surprised. You're not shocked, but it's still really, really, oh my God, why would you do that? Why would you say that? Same sentiment.
Well, what I will say to put a period on this is that those two other women who you named who were there in the van allegedly when this happened, very strongly allegedly, very likely they were there because I believe you. They're not going to back. They're going to stay silent on this. They don't like you, and so they're going to back Emily. They're not going to.
Yes, of course.
They're not going to say a word, but you knew that before you decided to share your experience. You knew that, and that's okay. You don't need those women to back you up. Also, I would argue very strongly, those two women, Gretchen and Gina, are not reliable narrators. So if they were to say something opposite, are they to be believed? Especially Gretchen. Especially Gretchen. Is she to be believed? I would argue no. So
here is, oh my God, I can't even show this photo because Gretchen put a fucking crazy filter on her face. Here is us, the first day of New Orleans. So that's who I traveled with. That was who was in the first wave of people. I was trying to see if I took a photo inside the van. I don't know why I would because it's fucking terrible. But no, I didn't. Bummer.
Well, I'm here to tell you, Katie, not that you need my validation. And people can say, oh, Jami, you're biased because Katie's one of your close friends. Cool. Say what you want. And that may be true. But I absolutely believe you. I believe you. I think other people should believe you as well. That's what I will say. I believe you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep. Okay. So back to OC. So the women do in fact go to Vegas. Did anything monumental happen before Vegas that we're skipping over?
No, no. The only thing that's ingrained in my brain from this is Shannon and Vicky, Shannon doing her shtick in the showgirl outfit.
Yes, and also in that place where she went with Jen to have a flatter tummy and the things and that. I was just like, okay, she's just trying to do her little funny, like, look at me, I'm a clown, laugh at me. It's just old. It's not interesting.
It's so old. I mean, did you see the clips of her on Vile Files?
No, I don't watch that show.
Well, there's clips and that's the real Shannon. The like fun, bantering, calm voice, has her wits about her. She's not stumbling and that's the real Shannon. That's how you can tell this is all an act.
Yeah.
Because her day-to-day is nothing like that.
Okay. And I appreciate you sharing that because it's we're so hard on Shannon because it's like very insufferable to watch her on TV and do the Lucille Ball thing over and over. And I'm always the victim and woe is me and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then dredging up stuff from the past because she just can't let it go. It's very, very annoying. Yes. But I understand people have layers. And I'm sure that Shannon at times can be very fun, very funny, and very fun to be around. Not if you're a planter bed.
Or a doorstep.
Or Joel Kim Booster. Or Patrick.
Or Guy. Or Katie.
Or Katie.
Or the rest of production. Or every restaurateur in Newport Beach and Corona Del Mar.
Or Roddy from Southern Charm.
But other than that, lovely.
Lovely woman.
Lovely.
God dang it. Okay. I have something nice to say about one of these women. I do. Okay. I have something nice to say. And you're going to be shocked at who it's about.
Oh, God. Okay.
I have something nice to say about Emily.
Oh,
now, listen.
Okay.
You will
I thought it was going to be Jen. I was going to cringe, but go ahead.
Bitch, I got nothing nice to say about her, okay? We're not there yet with her. Emily looks beautiful in red lipstick. That's all I'm going to say. I thought she looked beautiful in red lipstick.
And I like her hair color dark like this.
Mm-hmm. It looks great.
Yeah, we can get into this later, but she was on Watch What Happens Live.
Ooh.
and she was wearing a dress of my friend, which now I have to text my friend because I'm just not happy about it. But her hair straight like that and no glitter, and it looked good. It looked good. Yeah.
No, it's very flattering. I love her dark hair. Can she please tell her bestie Doink, Gina, I mean, the blonde hair that's the same color as her skin, just it's a no for me. It's a no.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? Do you get extensions or tape-ins or weft or whatever it's called? Do you get any of that?
I've actually never done an extension in my hair. I actually have very thick hair from my mom. I'm not opposed to extensions, but they seem really fussy. But no, I've never done anything with that.
I have clip-ins for events, but this is mine. Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to sound stupid, but I don't know the answer, and this is legit. Gina has like these two hairs that keep popping up right here. Is that because of the extensions?
Damage. No, that's damage. I've gotten that before too. When I use that blow dryer brush, it does wonders as far as like styling, but it has damaged the shit out of the top of my hair. So now I only use it on the bottom layers, and I use just a regular blow dryer on the top on a cooler setting. I think it gets too hot, and then I have all this breakage, and it's horrible. And I think that's what that's from.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Gina also suffers from the fake blonde line, the hard line.
Yes.
When the roots start to grow out. And I have also suffered from the same syndrome for so many years. I've gotten out of it. Thank God I survived it. It is when you don't maintain your blonde, but it's also when you don't do like a partial weave. You're just all blonde or too blonde, I should say, too much of a delineation from your natural color. It's like literally in 2 weeks, you're going to start to have that line. And it's just a really, really, really dated look. Yeah. And that's why like when you complimented Emily's hair color, I agree. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's good.
And I think Gina's a beautiful woman as well. The hair is washing her out so badly. And I just think that a darker color, like Tamra and Jen have gone darker with their hair, I think it looks worlds better.
Well, let's clarify.
Sorry, I just said something nice about Jen. I'm sorry I said something nice about Jen. Sue me.
No, Tamra went dark, and then Jen copied and went dark.
Oh!
And so let's just set the record straight.
It's getting obsessed.
So let's just start there.
Or did Jen literally pluck a couple clip-ins from Tamara's hair and put it on her own?
Well, I know. I wouldn't even be like, "Hey, Jami, do you want to wear my clip-ins?" You'd be like, "Well, I'm not sure."
I'll just get my own. It's fine. Well, also we are two different hair color girlies, but besides that, it's like, no, I don't want to borrow your clip-in hair. I don't.
But if you wore my clip-ins, you would have the same color scheme as Carmella. She has like big, thick red streaks in her hair.
Carmella is a wonder, and we will talk about her. Actually, should we dive into Carmella real quick? And obviously the conversation she had with her boyfriend. What were your thoughts on that?
Why the fuck are you still with him if you don't trust him? And it happened 4 years ago and you'll never get over it. Like, then why are you with him?
I know.
That makes no fucking sense. You want your kids to know that you're committed to this guy. Your kids probably don't love it. Now seeing you guys on TV, knowing he cheated on you and their mom is staying with a cheater, another cheater.
Yeah. I hate it. I hate that for women. I do. And here's the thing. Everybody has to make their own choice. And I don't judge somebody. If you're able to get through infidelity and you decide to stay, I'm not judging you. Many people do it, and sometimes successfully. It ain't me. That is, and I always say that you never know how you'll react unless it like happens to you. Mm-hmm. But I can tell you here and now, and Katie, I know you're my notary. You can notarize this shit, bitch. I already told Steve. I said, babe, listen, everybody, has flaws. If that's going to be one of your flaws, just know that I will be gone the next day. Yeah. Love you now, but I won't love you then. That's just me.
Here's the thing. You are correct. If you guys can get over it in your relationship and you're not even married, if you can get over it and move on, then move on. Sure. Then actually move on. It's been 4 years. If you claim you still love this guy, you still want to devote your time to this relationship, then move on from it.
Yeah.
But if you can't, if you're still like, I still can't trust you, I still think about it, I'll never get over it, then maybe this isn't the guy. And I have told Matt this, if you want to cheat on me, just leave me. Don't be with me.
I agree.
Because that means you don't really want to be with me. So I'd rather you respect me enough to be like, you know what, this isn't working. I have my eyes elsewhere. And he has not done this. Let's just say that. This is what I've told him.
Sure.
If you want to cheat, you don't want to be with me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Cheating is like, again, when people show you who they are, believe them. That is a big sign, that action that they've taken outside of their marriage, there's a reason for that. And it doesn't mean that it's your fault, the person who got cheated on. That's not what I'm saying. But it's a clue. You should probably listen to it, I think. And it's telling you something, and it's telling you that your relationship is severely fractured, and maybe that's not the person for you and you're not the person for them. I don't know. But again, I don't judge. I'm not going to sit here and go, my best friend, if she called me tomorrow and said, oh, so-and-so cheated, but I'm going to stay with them, I would give her my 2 cents, and as I would want her to do for me, but I will never be like, and I'm judging you because you're staying with him. It's like, we're not here to judge. Everybody has to make their own decisions. Sometimes it can work. It would not work for me. I would never get over it. I wouldn't.
We are judging because we are on her side. It's almost like, yes, this is very judgmental, but number one, you've put yourself on a reality show and you've actively spoken about it on that reality show. And we're on your side, woman to woman. We're saying, why are you with him? Because you could do better. That's it. So we're not judging in a mean way, like, aha, pointing a finger, laughing. We're like, girl, you're better than this. If you can't trust him, you should leave. That's all.
And I'm sure she has a lot to offer. So it's like, I as a woman just want better for women. I want better for Carmella. Yes. She deserves that. Her kids deserve that. She can achieve that too. Maybe at this point, and I don't know what she thinks, but maybe at this point she feels like this is just what's going to happen in every relationship, because unfortunately it's happened in both of her serious relationships with her husband, with this guy. I don't know what goes through her head. But yeah, I mean, she's decided to stay. I did love it when she told him, she says, no, I'll never get over it. I might get through it. I'm not get over it. And I agree with her on that, because I feel like it's almost impossible to do. Yeah. But I didn't love it when she said, and I need to learn to forgive. No, you actually don't. Sometimes it's okay not to forgive. 100%. You don't have to forgive everybody. I hate this whole trope of, like you see in true crime trials and a lot of the victims' families. And I understand why they're doing this, and maybe they're doing it for themselves. But they feel like they have to come to some level of forgiveness, and maybe that's for themselves. But I'm of the opinion that I haven't forgiven everybody who's wronged me, and I don't have to. And it doesn't make me feel better to forgive you, because what you did is unforgivable sometimes.
Yeah, but I did feel bad for him. He was like, I'm a different person than I was 4 years ago. Because maybe he is, I don't know. But he was he was like, I've apologized. Like, this was 4 years ago. I kind of felt bad for him a tiny bit in that moment. I did.
I hear you. I can't say that I felt bad for this man at all, but I hear you and I understand,
she's
because
exploiting his mistake on TV for a story. And he's like, why are we talking about this? This is for, that's why I felt bad.
I understand
she's
that.
Exploiting him,
Yeah,
truly.
No, totally understand that. And I loved that he was the one who brought it up, which was so funny. We never see that with people who are the person in the wrong. We never see them go, hey, did your friends bring up the fact that I cheated on you? Let's talk about it. But he knew why he was there. He knew why he was there. And that's why he opened it up. Like, so have they talked about our little sitch? And she's like, well, yeah.
He knows her too, that she will spill the beans. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So in Vegas, the whole Showgirls thing, here's what I will say. I don't enjoy these scenes on reality TV. I don't want to see you go to a ceramics shop and paint cups. I don't want to see you dress up and do your little, we're just doing the whole Vegas. I want to see women being women together on a girls trip. That's all I want to see. I want to see them at dinner, hashing out their shit. I want to see maybe a little bit of shopping. I want to see late night, been day drinking all day, eating, frozen burritos and tacos sloppily in your bed at 3:00 in the morning, laughing, falling off the bed, jumping in the pool, whatever it is that women do on girls' trips, which, by the way, we should talk about girls' trips. But that's what I want to see. I didn't care for any of that scene. I was just like, this is boring.
Well, I had my friend Heather Caswell over for dinner the other night. Okay, I love her so much.
Love her too.
She left, and I was thinking, Housewives is supposed to be real. It's supposed to be reality. And you're right. I don't want to paint anything. I don't want to go decorate a scarf. My real life with my friends is going to lunches, going shopping, having them over for dinner, going to dinner, laying by our pool and letting the kids swim and with a margarita. That's real friendship. That's real shit. Taking the kids to the park and you sitting on a bench and being like, leave us alone and go do something. It's real.
Yes. When I'm with my friends, you included, it's a lot of laying, lounging, shit talking, gossiping, laughing, drinking, eating, lay by pool, repeat. That's what I want to do. Like I literally just want to exist with you with a drink in my hand and a little appetizer here and there. That's really what I don't want to work when I go on vacation. Dressing up and doing the extra makeup and ruining the makeup I already did for the day.
Right.
I just don't want to do that. But I get it. It's TV and they try to make them do shit. But I'm like, I
know, but look at OG Roni. They would go to each other's houses and sit and drink and talk and go to a dinner. That's what I want to see. And even though those women could have been really problematic, I liked the way they were filming those series. That time.
Before we move on to the rest of OC, there's not really much left. But how do you feel about girls' trips and have you been on them?
I've only been on a couple, and the last one that I went on was in Tulum with one of my ex-best friends and two other dear friends from San Diego, and it was horrible. There were drug dealers living or renting a house on the same street as us. One girl was just cheating on her husband the other time. She was also buying coke off of people in Mexico. I would go to bed early because I was like, I don't want to take part in this. There would be random dudes. And by the way, all of us married. All of us.
Oh, boy.
There would be random dudes jumping in our pool in the backyard. They'd have people over. I was like, this is not for me. I don't go on a girls' trip to cheat on my husband and flirt with boys. I go on a girls' trip to hang out with my girlfriends.
Great. I don't want any men there, actually. I want to see no men unless they're gay. I want gay men, fine.
Yes.
No straight men on my girls' trip.
I was so uncomfortable. So I haven't been on one since.
Ooh, okay. I have learned, I've been on numerous girls' trips and I've had some of them go very south. I agree with you. I'd rather have my own room, but there are a select few people in my life that I will share a room with. I would totally rather have my own room though. Seriously. Like I love having my own space. It's so relaxing. That being said, I have learned in my big age of 48 that I still absolutely live for a girls' trip if done right. And I want to know every single person on that guest list. I want to know where we're staying. I want to know all, because if I'm going to leave my home life, which I love lounging with my husband and our youngest daughter and our two dogs on my couch. Like that's my favorite thing to do with them. So if I'm going to leave that life that I love, it's going to also be for something that I love every aspect of it. So, but really heavy emphasis on who's going. I wouldn't go on a girls' trip with just anybody. It would have to be the right set of girls. And then it's like literally a guarantee that you're in for a good time.
Well, because every person travels differently. So if you're traveling with somebody who doesn't like to plan and flies off the seat of their pants, whatever, that's the problem for me. I like a plan. I like reservations. If we're going to do an outing, I like to know what it is, So maybe that's why I haven't done it yet. I just don't want to.
I feel that. And also, do not tell me I have to be up at a certain time when I'm on vacation. Do not. If you are going to plan something that starts at 8 a.m. No. I need time to wake up. I need an hour to drink coffee and scroll. Yeah. I need to have an hour of no human beings in my sight. Don't breathe the same air as me until my coffee's done.
Exactly.
Then I will present myself to the world once I've had my coffee and my alone time. And then that's usually about 8 o'clock because I usually get up at like 6. Then it's like I need time to get ready. And I don't want to be rushed. Don't want to be rushed to get ready.
No.
Just let me, turn up my music. Let me peep into Katie's room while she's getting ready and chat with her real quick. And then let me finish curling my hair. That's a girl's trip for me when it's not like such a tight schedule. I love everything to be planned like you, but I also don't want to do breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning. No. Let's do brunch at 11. Let's do brunch at 11.
Noon.
Yeah. Noon. Even better. Noon.
That's why I could never share a room with even my best friend
Yeah.
to go to Vegas. I need a decompressed time with no one else breathing in my space.
Correct. My God, that's why we're friends. Because I like that. I dig that. I could go on a trip with just you and we would have our own rooms.
Yes.
We would present ourselves to the shared living space when we're ready. Nobody would be rushing anybody. And we would do a lot. If you and I went on a trip together, it would be a lot of, just like I said, lounging, laying, drinking, eating, laughing, shit talking, and then repeat. That's all I want to do.
And then if you're sharing your room, like, you got to poop.
No, yeah. Like, I don't want to smell your poop, which mine doesn't smell. I don't know about you, but I literally, like, nothing about me smells. Wait, except for that thong. I got to rethink this. I've
The
never
bacteria highway.
Bacteria highway. You have got me thinking about thongs in a whole different way ever since we recorded. And you said that somebody told you or on TikTok that thongs are a bacteria highway, and they are. They are. And I wear them every day of my life. Gosh dang it.
Especially when you're a Ridenator.
Portia, she won't get it straight. Put some respect on my girl's name. It's a ride-aholic, Katie. I'm going to call my bestie right now. Hold on. Portia, boop, boop, 555-6455. No.
Katie said 876-5309.
867-5309. Oh my God. I actually kind of like Ridenator though. It's kind of cute.
It's cute. We should make merch. Ridenator.
Oh, my God. Let's do it. I'll call Portia and see if she's okay with it.
Okay. We'll trademark it.
It's getting weird now. I'm obsessed with her. Okay.
Okay. Emily's saying that Heather tries to like get people on her side and use her words.
I agree.
I do too, but they all do it.
I know.
Like,
they do. It's a housewives strategy.
Yes.
They do.
This shocks you, Emily?
Yes.
Are you new here?
Here's what I will say about Emily, though, that she was dead on, is that Heather doesn't like them rooming together because Heather loses control. She wants to control every aspect. She wants to control the information highway. She does. She literally said it. I don't like it that you guys get to talk about whatever you want to talk about in your rooms when you share a room, which, by the way, you don't have to share a room to talk about whatever you want to talk about late at night. I could go to Katie's room if we were on a show together, even if we weren't sharing, and talk shit about Heather Dubrow all I want. So there's no controlling.
But you kind of do on these cast trips.
That you do what?
That's what she's basically saying, Heather, is she thinks it's unfair because at night when we go to bed, we're not supposed to talk to one another. Oh. So she finds it unfair that these two get to talk about storyline and what they're going to say the next day and who talks shit about what. And I'm going to clue you in because I filmed this scene alone with Gina and I'm going to tell you what was said.
Okay.
That's what she is saying. She's saying it's unfair because they get to talk about the scenes in the day in production and I don't. Because when we go to bed, they tell us.
kind of a leg up.
Right. That's what she's saying.
Okay. That I can kind of understand that. At the same time, I do also think that Heather is very controlling and wants to everything to go down the way she wants. Oh, what we also have to talk about real quick before we end this is Shannon and her Karen behavior about the freaking room. The way that she went in, and I'm not a Heather fan, but the way she literally told Heather, she goes, Heather, can you move your stuff out? Are you, if any of my castmates, if I was on a show, Katie, I love you to death. You wouldn't do this, but I'm going to use you as an example. And I love you so hard. If you came in my room because you didn't like your room and you literally didn't even say, hey, Jami, like, what do you think about this? Like, blah, blah, blah. You literally were like, Jami, can you move your stuff out of your room so I can move in? It's a hard no just because you came at me that way. That is like the
what the
wrong.
Fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking? No, I can't move my shit. Like, why do you want me to heavily inconvenience myself so that you can get the room you want? No, you're going to be inconvenienced. Sorry, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Also, your room is fine.
Also, I'm vindicated yet again. Okay?
Oh boy. Yes.
Because I have only been saying time and time again how awful she is to film with. And here her mask slipped and she let everybody see how she's acting. And yet
Yeah.
it's me who's the problem. No,
Yeah.
she's doing it again. She claims that he's lying. Patrick's Simpson, not Simpson. I always call him Simpson. Patrick McDonald is lying. He was an ex-producer. Da da da. He's not lying. This is how you act every time we're filming.
Yeah. No, you are vindicated, and I think that people see that. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to be able to pick up what Shannon's putting down, and it is just Karen with a capital K. Yeah. This is who she is. And do you notice that she tries to put little words out into the ether to try and like minimize the Karen impact? And she's like, oh, I'm not crazy, and I'm not a room weirdo, or whatever she said. I'm not a room whatever she called herself, right? I'm not one of those. I'm not usually particular about my room. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Like, we're seeing it in real time. Like, you truly are. She's such a Karen.
She pitched a toddler fit.
She did. She did. Anything else spectacular happened in this episode that we need to cover?
I don't think so. To summarize, I just think Shannon just showed her true colors again, and Emily and Gina had their one fight. Watch, you won't see another one for the rest of the season from them.
Correct. And the only other thing that I want to say out of left field is that not only does would it behoove Gina to go a little darker on the hair, Yeah. Those Black Widow lashes, like literally like you have a tarantula sitting on your eyelid. Like if there was 2 tarantulas sitting on the eyelids. I understand maybe she put those on when they were the Showgirls. That's what I'm assuming. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, but she should have ripped those motherfuckers off as soon as she was done. That and I'm judgy.
Okay, I'm going to be judgy for a quick second.
Please.
They showed Carmella, Tamra, Heather, Jen, Shannon, Vicky, all in their Showgirl outfits. Mm-hmm. They barely showed Gina and Emily.
Why?
Did you notice that? I don't know.
I did. Why?
I don't know. Emily has this banging new bod.
Now I'm weirded. Like, why though? Why were they so?
Because I really wanted to see Gina in that.
Well, she was already, and I understand, but she was just like, yeah, no, she didn't really want to put that thing on.
Well, you put that on, and then you put on a Harajuku costume. So let's see that too.
We haven't even gotten to the Japan trip yet, Katie. I don't know this. It's Friday, man. I don't know if I can go there yet. I can't. Not on Fun Friday.
I didn't take an edible, so I'm very spicy right now.
Right. I'm gonna need a lot of my creatine. I'm gonna need a something. I'm gonna need your friend on the girls' trips, Coke dealer, in order to deal with.
He's in Tulum somewhere on the street. She literally bought it on the street.
Him here when we're going to talk about this fuck ass Japan trip. We need a little something.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Shall we get out of here?
Yes.
All right, Katie. Oh, before we do, you guys, of course, I forgot. I should have told everybody a few minutes in. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on YouTube. Please subscribe. We're having so much fun. If you want to see us rolling our eyes, you want to see our reactions, you want to see Katie do a Snoop Dogg roll, puff, pass.
Yeah.
You want to see all the things. Subscribe, subscribe to Bravo's Most Wanted on YouTube. We're having a lot of fun there. If you want to see
this photo that Gretchen took of us, we'll paste it in. And look how filtered. I look American. Look at this. I look straight out of America. Okay. I no longer have a nose, and I'm American.
Where'd that nose go, Katie?
Wait, look at this one. She filtered. Look at this.
No. Oh my God. Who is that?
Look at, she filtered this.
That I always say, bitch, don't go past a level 2 on that FaceTune.
Don't make me white.
She's literally a level 2000. That's unacceptable. Who are you, Katie?
I don't even know.
America.
Okay, BMWs, we need your help. Our spicy hot takes and hot mics have landed us on the Bravo cell block. You can help us by putting money on our books, by leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and subscribing to our YouTube channel and leaving us a cool comment.
Yes, we would love that. We are looking and monitoring the comments and we are responding back to most of them. And if you want to leave us a voice message, go to speakpipe.com/Bravo. That's SPEAKPIPE.com/Bravo. Katie and I are going to do something new and different and just kind of test it out. We're thinking about putting the voice messages from SpeakPipe as their own separate bonus episode so we can properly address them, dive a little deeper, get a little more personal with our community that we're building. So more to come on that. That bonus episode should be out soon.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Bye, Katie.
Till next time. Bye.